So now I'd like to talk about the kind of intended customer for our collection, and hopefully you've got the sketchbook to hand as you watch this video. So as I refer to pages, you can kind of look to the pages that I'm referring to as reference. So this is on pages 2 to 5 of the sketchbook, and we were kind of looking for quite a particular individual because this was going to be such a personal collection. In order to kind of come across in the right way, it needed to be personal and not commercial and not mass produced. So it needed to be quite specific, the customer we were looking at. So we looked at the spaces they would live in terms of the kind of living space, as well as kind of the location within the country, their earnings, their likes, their dislikes, their political leanings, and really what we came up with was a list of the following qualities. So they had to be kind of androgynous in their approach to fashion and apparel. So we wanted someone who wasn't confined to this is masculine, this is feminine, this is menswear, this is women's wear, and were quite open to trying new things with regards to dress. We wanted someone who was free, in the sense of they weren't held back by social convention, and someone that's interested in breaking social conventions in a creative way. Someone who would express themselves in a unique way, and someone to whom that would be very important, a sense of unique identity, and not someone that goes with the flow and goes with the crowd, and someone who pushes against the grain a bit. We thought they would probably be interested in art, antiques, fashion, interiors, and everything like that, and that their apartments would be very beautifully furnished, regardless of their earnings, really, because we were hoping to have someone who took a creative approach to their lives. So, whether it would be shopping in charity shops or antique stores or thrift stores or second-hand stores or anything like that, it would be about the aesthetic of where they lived, and not about the actual, not about it expressing an amount of wealth. And it was quite interesting, actually. I saw a quote that said that intelligent people tend to be more interested in fashion, and the more intelligent that a person is, the more interested they are in fashion, because they understand its vitality, and they kind of become quite entranced by it, because they can understand how the inner workings of the psyche can only be expressed on the outside in a certain number of ways, and fashion is the main way of doing this. So breaking a trend is actually saying quite a lot about the individual in terms of their confidence, their creativity, and their need to be an individual. We thought that someone like this would probably live in a city, especially somewhere like London, although that's not essential, but we did think they would be an inner city dweller. We were definitely convinced they had to be politically liberal, and kind of politically incensed as well, and striving for a sense of equality. Like, we need someone, and we wanted someone that would carry forward our message for equality, equal love for everyone. And on the whole, and I think this is kind of implicit in everything I've said, is that someone that's quite flamboyant. Someone who would be noticed at a party, and someone who would be known for the way they express themselves. So that's our customer profile. And if you look, we've looked at people like Androgynous, Lady Gaga, and we've kind of put an imagery of the flats and apartments we think they'd live in, and kind of the fashions that they'd be following and not following, fashions they'd be interested in. So there's that to take away.